Good morning. I know that my viewers think that I'm a pretty, I don't know, you know, sweet little old lady living in the trailer that really isn't hers anymore, but I can still live here for a while. But honestly, I have a dark side. It's very dark. You wouldn't believe it. So recently, I've been exploring YouTube. I've been looking for alternative retirement, alternative lifestyle, senior living ideas on a low budget. So naturally, a person like me is going to search on YouTube senior van life. What do you get? You get these women that are probably living off of $250,000 a year, and they've got their $150,000, what do they call it, Class B, or like a Sprinter or a ProMaster, decked to the nines, okay? It's like they're in the interior of their van cost more than any house I've ever bought. Because I'm frugal. I always looked for a bargain. I always lived out in the boonies where nobody else wanted to live, so I'd buy the house. I've done that about 3 times in my life. I'll never be doing it again, I doubt. Who knows, though, right? I might find another shack on land. Wait, I hear coffee. Get it. It's cooling. And then, so what happened to living in a van down by the river? It was always a joke, right? Was it Chris Farley that did that original skit? Now, if you want to park down by the river, it's $75 a night. What happened to those of us who were just poor and lived in a van down by the river because you couldn't afford anything else? We're being priced out. I can't even find a van. I don't even know where a river is around here. Yes, I do. They just closed it. I don't know, algae or something. Something went south, but they closed the river. So you can't park there anymore. And besides, it's $10 a day. And it closes at dark. So you won't be staying there anyhow. I don't know. Van life for poor seniors. There's one, God bless her, one woman on YouTube that she's in a van, not down by the river, and she's just stuck in a parking lot in the sun in California where it's hot. That isn't exactly what I was hoping for. And now is the price of gas. They never tell you any of that. Oh, yes. One very famous original van lifer did do a little series on how to save with gas, on gas. And I'm sorry, but I am going to make fun of it. It fell short. I'll be nice. It fell short for people like me. People that are going to have to live on under $900 a month, okay? Now, I'm going to have a little nest egg, thank God. I'm going to have a nest egg. But I'm not done making fun of these van life videos. So, either you get this crazy, elaborate interior that, like, people like me never even lived in a place like that. I came close. In Dover, Foxcroft, Maine, I came close. But I had to use kind of cheaper materials. We was poor. Not that poor. But, I just wanted it pretty and newer looking, so I went on the low-end scale of everything. Countertops. Cabinetry. But boy, it was a pretty kitchen. Beautiful. Anyway, that's beside the point. It still wasn't as fine. Come on. You look at, is that real marble tops on these van lifers' counters? Marble? It's kind of like those cartoons or those shows where, you know, there's this little tiny tent and you go inside and it's like the Taj Mahal. Yeah, van life. Van life for seniors that are like millionaires. Okay, right. I can really identify to that. How about this one? How about the 50-somethings, okay, trying to be like the young girl van lifers and they're showing some cleavage? It's pathetic. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. It's pathetic. I've seen videos where I accidentally bent forward and I'm like, oh, that somebody had to see that and I don't know how to edit it out. I'd probably screw up the whole thing. It's like, I hope nobody notices that. And in the future, I'm going to be very careful what I'm wearing. These women are doing it deliberately. I'm positive they're photoshopping it. Come on. I don't know. Maybe they worked out all their life. Then there's, well, of course, there's the ones, senior van life. So you're searching and you're scrolling and there's a 20-year-old. Almost completely naked. Yeah, I can identify with that. We need some po-folk van life videos. I don't even know if I can afford a van at this point. The gas is through the roof. What's it going to cost me? $120 to fill the van? How far am I going to get on 10 miles to the gallon? On 120? Not very far. Oh no. I will be living in a van, probably down by the parking lot or in the parking lot. What am I going to do? Let's get back to making fun of people, though, because I do like to mock and make fun of people. That's terrible. I'm sorry. This is my dark side, and I'm mad. And I'm going to take it out on somebody, darn it all. I'm going to take it out on them. They're making money. It's not going to hurt them any. Except for the really poor van lifers. They're not making much money at all. There's another older woman. God bless her. I know she's got like a whole zoo and a bus. Traveling around. She seems to stay put quite a bit, you know, certain areas that she stays put for free. She even has a freezer. That's clever. I don't know how she manages it. What do they do? She found this guy on the road and they've joined forces and are able to live better in van life. I admire that. That's clever thinking. But I don't want anybody around me. No, really. I'm sorry, but I'm a loner. I'm a lone wolf. I'm strange. What are you going to do? I think there's a lot of strange people out there like me, though, that just want to be alone. That's probably why they hang out in the BLM land. I don't want to go west. Can I be honest? I don't want to go west. I might have to. But like my husband always said when I was contemplating these things, he said, there's wildfires out there. Yeah, that's true. I would not want to be breathing smoke. I think about Ouray, Colorado. It's very high up. It's always cool in the summer. But I wonder if they still got the smoke from the wildfires in the summer. I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of wildfires this summer. But I was trying to talk about van life and not go off on a tangent again. I don't know. It's all interrelated, isn't it? Right. So either with these van life videos, what comes up, what pops up is generally folks with extremely elaborate setups, brand new, drop dead gorgeous $75,000, $100,000 newer vans. I can't identify. I'm looking in the 1990 range for a G20. Hello? I've even thought about a bread truck. It's probably 7 miles to the gallon. So now I'm thinking, well, maybe I could afford a Dodge Caravan. You know, it's kind of like a Ford, fix or repair daily. I'll have to come up with some sort of acronym for Dodge. I'll think of it. Dodge is cheap, but it isn't without troubles. We had a Dodge Ram 1500 van. It was good until after 100,000. Well, actually, it wasn't good even before 100,000. Well, it was good up to this point. We had to change out O2 sensors every 6 months. O2 sensor. Freaking thing would come on, and then the engine would get sluggish, and so I changed out the transmission around 200,000 miles. She was never the same. She lasted a few more years, and then we put 2,700 into her, and I think the guy was lying, and Dennis wasn't very savvy. I said, "You spent what? You spent what?" And it never worked right again. Dennis Jr. and I took it, loaded up, because Dennis was starting to be sick at that point, and we were heading to Madison, Boakville, and the damn thing broke down. Lost my money for Madison, Boakville. $250 gone. All that gas gone. Thank God we had the AAA with the plus, and they towed me and Denny back home. It did cost me some extra because we only had 200 miles on the plus it was an additional 60 I had to pay for. What a frickin' disaster. Yep. That's van life, okay? So yeah, I'm scrolling through, and I'm looking for some real stories. The only real stories I can find are either in SUVs and minivans. The real van lifers are living small. And when I say real, I mean you can't afford much more. And so here I am trying to figure it out. So I did figure one thing out. If I get desperate, I can pick up a little RV, which I really don't want to invest the money in because you can't drive a pool camper, right? But I could pick one up for about 6,000 to 8,000. Probably ain't going to be great. And there is one decent, well, you know, we'll call it decent, RV park left that I could do $475 a month on. You're probably thinking, but it was only $480 here and you had a whole setup. Yes, but I can control my electric, and I think water is free. Hey, I got solar. I'll just find a little spot that, you know. So it's $475 a month if you commit to a year. So if I get desperate, I can do that. But really, I'd rather take that $475 and spend it on gas and go see some stuff and go sleep in a minivan down by the river. I don't know. See, the whole idea of having a van was I'd be able to put some business stock in there. Or pull a U-Haul trailer. I might have to go budget. U-Haul's getting awful expensive. Budget rent-a-truck is definitely a better deal. Anyway, what was I saying? Here I go again. I know I was saying something. I can't identify with the YouTube van lifers. I think maybe that Van City Van Life guy, I'm close to that, but you know, now he's blown up into something big, so that every time that happens, you really can't identify anymore. But he did trick his out, but you know, over the course of time, as he could afford it, which was clever. But see, he's a lot younger. He can work. I have my issues. I'm not going to be working. I'm going to try to work. I think I should stick with the flea markets. But if I'm in a minivan, how am I going to do that? I don't know. This is a dilemma and a half. So today I was thinking, while it's early and the sun's not up, but it still feels like a sauna outside, I was going to try to attack the shed and move boxes out onto my driveway to prepare. I just got a bad feeling that the yard sale's not going to go well. It is the wrong season. I don't know. It wasn't a good season when I was doing it here in the winter. I don't know. I just feel poop out of luck. Today is a sad luck story. But, okay, so it's trying to make fun of van life. I don't know. I'm lost. They're lost. These people have big fat bank accounts. You can see it from the clothes they're wearing to the tricked out van. Wow. I'm thinking, what can I put a better foamy mattress on so that I can, have storage underneath. Minivan's going to be tough for an SUV. I don't know. This whole idea is going south. Then I think to myself, okay, so what if I go to some really remote area where I could get in right away to a senior apartment? If there's even such a thing. Everybody's probably thinking the same thing, and they're going north too. So what if I could find one and get into one? Well, then I gotta buy all new furniture. I gotta move all of this stuff up there and find storage. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to find storage anyway. You should see my kids' garage. Why aren't you living with your kids? What are you, nuts? Why aren't I living with my kids? There's no room for them, let alone me. I go there and I feel claustrophobic. It's small. It is so, so small. God bless him. Once Michael finishes that back room, oh, God bless him, he's had to put money into this. Not just rent. No, he's fixing stuff. Now the guy wants him to buy a lawnmower, $200 there too. I don't know. Let me stop daydreaming for a minute and get back to reality. Why can't I live with my kids? Where would you like me to sleep? On the porch? There isn't one. Well, the real porch is being turned into a bedroom because whoever built it did a horrible job, and now it's leaking, and the floors are cracked, and he's trying to fill in the cracks with a trowel and cement so that he can put the click floor down. I hope he's able to. He might need leveler. I don't know. But it's been taking up all his time. So he wakes up, has coffee, and gets out there and starts working. And when he's done with that, he goes to his real job. Sometimes it's tense, He's tense. And it makes me sad. You think I want to put me on the top of that whole problem? I'm not a jackass, okay? What is this? What is this? Why aren't you living with your kids? Why would anyone want to live with their kids? The day that they grow up and leave home, it's like, wee! And now you want to go back? Now you want to become the kid? No. Finally, a moment of peace and quiet you get when your kids grow up and leave, all those, things you had to do as a parent. You want to get back into that again? Not me. No, I'd rather live in a tent down by the river. No, I mean, seriously, we're different people. So different. It's not like when you're with a spouse and you kind of adapt to each other and you kind of married each other because you had a lot in common. Hopefully, right? And then your kids come along and you find out they're going to be quirky and have their little issues, and then you all adapt to that and you grow up together, and then finally they move out and they make their own lives. Why would anyone, except for out of desperation, want to move back into that dynamic? But this is supposed to be about van life and making fun of van lifers. I'm not really making fun of. I think I'm just kind of pointing a finger. Hey, there's a lot of poor people out here who want to live in a van down by the river. And not with $100,000 interiors inside a $100,000 van. Yeah, they're really expensive. Just a dang cargo van is $44,000. Do you know what the payments are? I looked. $800 and something, more than what I pull in a month. And then you get insurance on top of that. I wonder how much it costs to insure a bad boy like that. $250 a month insurance, I'll bet. My little crappy car had gone up to $140 a month, and I'm almost 64. Where's my discount? You've got bad credit. We're going to have to screw you on the other end. Gee, thanks. Well, I'm in perfect form, aren't I? I'm probably going to lose about 20 subscribers from this one video. Oh, well. That's life. Woo! Chickens one day, feathers the next. I like that saying. So no, I'm not going to be the, Life of Riley van lifer. Oh, I should call it that. Life of Riley van life. I wonder who Riley was. I know it's something to do with the Irish, but... The Life O'Reilly. Was that good? No. All right. Well, I can't think of anything else I want to mock this morning. No. I like the little Oriental guy, more bucks for your money or more money for your bucks or something like that. He just has a minivan and he's got an awesome setup. I couldn't do it, but he's got it down, okay? He even cooks inside, There's a lot of guys who cook inside their little tiny rigs. They sleep in them, they cook in them. There's some other guy I've been watching. He made a whole breakfast in the front seat. I mean, it was elaborate, man. He had sausages and grits and something else. And it was like, whoa, that guy's bad. So there are some poorer car life people out there. Jonathan Yench, is that his name, Yench? He started out in his car. And then his popularity grew. It grew really fast because his first van life video, car life video was spending his first night in a Walmart parking lot. And he gets the Impossible Whopper, and he doesn't like to eat that way normally, but it was late, and it was dark, so he went and he got that, and he's sitting in the back of his hatchback eating his Impossible Whopper, and, he had just cleaned out his old apartment and left, and he got a ton of views. Oh my God, it's a great video. I highly recommend Jonathan Yench. His first original ones were really awesome, and he talks about how much he makes. Not a lot. I mean, for that many subscribers, he's got like over 50,000, but it's still only bringing in like $1,100 a month, and that's not every month. It goes up, down, up, down, up, down, depending on, how many people view it. And YouTube money is complicated. Yeah. I'm thrilled. I'm at $58 already. Whee! In 2 months, I'll have 100, and then they can pay me. Cool. $100. What'll I do with all that money? Something. Groceries, I bet. So yeah, I think I might have to look for a minivan. Dang it. I've been trying really hard to find my big van, but I'm scared. I know one thing. I cannot stay put. Well, you know what? Let me rephrase that. I might be able to park a van in my kid's driveway because it's only going to be September, October, November, 3 months till it starts to cool off. So I'd have to spend 3 months in a van in a driveway. The beauty of it is, though, I could just unplug and drive away, for the day if I want to. Beaches get hot that time of year. Oh, the water is like, I don't know, kind of like bath water or worse. Ugh. You can't always go in, that time of year, you've got the hurricanes and the storms, and they churn the rivers up, and you can't go in because septics overflow and it goes into the rivers. Yeah, it's not a pretty picture, Florida rivers, no. And then, they have to close the beaches because you could get really sick. And down here, you never want to swim in a lake. No. They get so warm that they have those, bizarre bacterial eat your brain out type of organisms. Yeah. Don't go in the lake. Not even to fish a golf ball out. To just buy a new golf ball. So, yeah, trying to figure out real van life, poverty life, living in a van down by the river. Can't even afford to live in a van down by the river. Let's just scratch that one right out. Gone. And here's the thing, right? So I'll probably get a minivan that I don't really want. I can't really pull anything, which is something I really actually need. I suppose I could always rent a van and bring a bunch of stuff to a few shows and pay a fortune for the van and make a lot less on the shows. I don't know. Is the economy as bad as all these people on YouTube are saying it is? It's kind of scary. I'll tell you something, to get totally off subject. I am seeing so many foreclosures in every state that I'm looking at. Tennessee, Kentucky, Virginia, West Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania. There's foreclosures just popping up. Where before I'm like, why can't I find a $30,000 home? Well, now there's at least 5 per state. All of a sudden, boom, there they are. That's a bad sign. It's making me nervous. Though, it's always opportunity, right? You can cash in. Go and buy a house. Make a lowball offer. There's probably a lot of desperate bankers at this point. That's the other thing. There's been a lot of talk about bank runs in China. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like to hear that. It just makes you wonder what's next. Let's stop wondering and leave on a positive note. I've spent almost a half an hour talking about absolutely nothing. You guys are going to love it. Maybe not. It was a little dark. I'm very sorry. I think I'm going to call this one Van Life Hypocrisies. Okay, that's it. I'm done complaining. Whining, moaning, and contemplating. I'm going to be okay, I promise. I'm going to figure this out. The more I think about going into an apartment or even buying a little house, the more I think, I don't want that. As a matter of fact, every little book, and I just found another one recently. I have notebooks everywhere. This one was supposed to be a ledger, but instead I've got all this random stuff in it. That's me all over. Random everywhere. What I don't want all of this to care for. Meaning what I have currently. Well, I don't have it now. I don't like neighbors close to me. I don't like bills. I really don't like the electric bill, the water bill, the lawnmower bill, the bill to fix this and the bill to fix that. I don't like being bored. Oh, I'm so bored. Look at me. Here I am on YouTube. For an example. I don't like Florida in summer. Unless you love a steam bath round the clock, you're not going to like Florida in summer. I don't like flying. I don't want to get in a plane. Why did I put that down there? I guess I was looking for what I don't want. I don't want my swear word, my stuff. What I do like, I like to see my children. I like holidays together. I love my grandson. I love quiet green places. I love any water body, except for Florida lake and possibly a river. I like to be alone. I do. And I like a shower. That's going to be the hard part. But if I'm swimming or something, and then I could just rinse off, because they have little showers everywhere around here. And this was in my ledger, okay? So this is old. And so clearly I've been thinking on these things for a very long time. 2018 ledger, okay? Just so you know that this is not a new idea. I've been thinking about this since 2014. Oh, when Bonnie goes off to college, I'm going to right? So why would I want to move back in with one of my children? I'm not going to do that. That's crazy. I want to do what I want to do. That's what my whole theme has become. What does Nikki want? Go do it, Nikki. Yep. Okay, that's it. So I've ended it with no mocking, but instead a little, what do you call it? I don't know. A little condensation of where I'm at. But you know where I'm at if you've been watching me. But if you haven't been watching me, now you know where I'm at. Okay. So I'm done jabbering, and this was my morning chat. And I'll try not to make fun of anybody anymore if you just stay with me. And please subscribe and like and all that stuff. Oh no, I'm starting to sound just like all of them. No, I'm not wearing a bra, so I'm not going to do the, gratis cheesecake shot. Right. All right, that's it. See you soon. Bye.